You know, as we find ourselves surrounded by a reality which is too extreme for fantasy, we all need to find an escape. Don't judge me. Like my buddy Nelson Abbac's books. Oh, wait a minute. These, Freedom's Forge, stories about all of the shenanigans that took place in the Revolutionary War. Or if you have a short attention span, try his Too Cool for Earth series. It's about colonists in space. There's a monkey called Bobby Bananas. He's not evil, just kind of secretive. Like everyone else in this story. What are you gonna do? He's also hairy. I kind of like a shaved monkey myself, but not in this context. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, you can get the first Too Cool for Earth story for just 99 cents. Go to abbotsrealms.com. Links are in the Meat Gazer box. Meat Gazer!
What's going on, you salty gherkin pickles?
What up?
I'm Blake, this is Popp, and it's time for a ride and roast with the Jukes of Hazard.
Always rip it on me, man. It ain't cool, man.
That's what I'm here for, man.
I needed something that got better gas mileage than 14 miles to the gallon.
Yeah, you know what? Dudes love this show because I think it's just because this is what guys do when they drive together. Holy shit, dude, you gotta fix your truck. Did you see that noxious cloud come out of that car?
I did.
Wow! Looked like a dark wizard shooting out of his exhaust pipe.
I've seen, well, you are around Detroit, so
That's true.
You're going to see a lot of shit.
Thankfully, because we live in Michigan, we don't see this. This is one of those things that if I hadn't seen it, I wouldn't believe it.
Okay.
Small Dong March
Oh, no.
sees hundreds of protesters rallying against tiny penis prejudice.
This is a prime example of white people problems. It's so stupid.
You might as well just load the shotgun and hand it to the nearest feminist.
How long is that?
This big? I'm this many. These are dudes that drink with their pinky out. Not that we've ever seen you do that or anything.
Yeah, I know. For the purpose of this video, I identify as a woman. Oh, that ought to do it, Space Ghost.
But the most ironic thing that I can point out here is that this was organized by two YouTubers.
Yeah.
One of whom is ironically named Chad.
Really?
Yes. Chad and JT.
Okay.
I bet his last initial is M, which would stand for Just Touching Myself. This saw both men and women take to the streets with colorful banners and placards in an attempt to end small penis stigma.
Well, I'm going to be honest. If these ladies didn't have, Sasko snatches, probably wouldn't be a big problem.
Yeah.
Literally.
I mean, all you got to do to provide the illusion of a little more length is just keep your trimmed, bro.
Well, the thing is like, women today are, by the time they get out of high school, they're half a dozen deep. By the time they're like 2 years after high school, they got to use all that dishwasher safe stuff. Nothing fits right anymore.
Especially when it just looks like Chewbacca sticking his tongue out.
You have no control over that length down there. That's just the way Mother Nature made you, right? Unless you want to go under the knife.
Yeah, yes
and
and
turn
no,
an outie
too.
to an innie.
Yeah, and soy consumption probably has a lot to do with it.
And you know what else? Beer.
Beer.
Yeah. If you drink a lot of beer, you got a lot of molecules that mimic estrogen.
Even municipal water supply. The estradiol from birth control pills getting pissed out into the municipal water doesn't get filtered out. So you're drinking tap water, you're drinking birth control piss. Oh, God.
And probably Prozac.
Oh, yeah.
There's probably all kinds of pharmaceutical-grade drugs in your water supply.
Yeah, don't drink the tap water, dudes, unless you have a well dug on your property. Hundreds of people took to the streets last weekend in an attempt to end the stigma around small P-nice. The Small Dong March, which took place in Pershing Square in Los Angeles. Why am I not surprised? Are you shocked that this took place in California, Stan?
No. No, I mean, they have nothing but a huge conglomeration of manufactured problems.
And masculinity handed out by shameful default.
There's so many people out there, I'm 18, I'm a man now. No, you're not.
This saw both men and women waving colorful placards emblazoned with messages of support for those with smaller members. I'm sure there's a bunch of women out there who totally came just to support this worthy cause.
Or show up to laugh at the men who did. Because feminists and women in general, that's like in the top 5 ammunition in their quiver is...
yeah.
Your size.
Height.
You can't perform. You're not tall enough. You don't have enough money. I mean, the list goes on. They're experts at ripping a dude apart. Because if you care what they think, you are their slave.
They're also experts at ripping each other apart. But if you as the dude come in and have the exact same constructive critique, well, you're the bad guy.
Yeah. You're going to get hammered.
I saw a little cartoon that somebody put together that shows exactly that. Like a bunch of women going by, looking at a chick who's sunning herself in a bikini, and then the last one to come in is the guy. And he just says, oh, she looks nice. Oh, you sexist. She's not dressing that way for your pleasure. Ah!
Listen, men are visual creatures. And if a woman looks good,
we're going to say so.
They're going to look. They're going to get caught monkey necking, which is a classic mistake men make. Because we're stupid.
And small dong shame is what the protesters chanted repeatedly. The event was organized by YouTube stars Chad and JT, who host the Chad and JT Go Deep podcast.
Oh my God.
Which has 175,000 subscribers.
That's got to be some kind of gimmick to get more subs.
So these limp chodes have more subscribers than we do?
Well, because we're getting shadow banned, man. We've been getting shadow banned since the first ad apocalypse.
The issue of small penis prejudice has actually become a passion project for them. Gee, I wonder why. Could it be because they're soy boys living in Los Angeles? And recently they hosted I can't believe I'm about to say this.
Here we go.
Small dong art show.
Oh my God!
What do you finger paint with it?
Well,
you dip in your micro penis in watercolors?
Well, they got like elephants that paint now. Why not?
All of the protest signs and stuff that I'm seeing in here, they're all stupid. But not a single one says good things come spelled the other way in small packages, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Although when you have a micro penis, no package that you come in is small.
Oh my God. I am just so worried for the men of the Western world. Like, these women are wrecking your lives directly and indirectly. And a lot of them will look you right in the face and sincerely believe what they're doing is for your best interest. It's not.
Meanwhile, we flush masculinity down the toilet, label it toxic, and the effects of fatherless homes speak for themselves. And it's even sadder now when you basically got male feminists with oversized clits marching in the streets.
Got the wizard sleeve on their anus.
Like a bunch of crybabies.
They get long enough they can tie them in a knot.
Oh, God. The thing is, you can't really end a stigma that's genetic. And you cannot negotiate attraction and physical chemistry.
You like what you like.
Yeah. I'm sure that there are probably some women out there who get off on the idea in a purely narcissistic way of banging a dude who can never wreck them.
Well, I know there's a lot of women out there that actually will go sleep with men and then they treat it like they're doing the dudes a favor.
Oh, yeah.
I hate that.
Yeah, I've only done the same favor for 298 other dudes.
But
You're special.
because you're different, and I love you.
You're different. Yeah, that's exactly what happens. It's insane in the membrane.
2 days before last weekend's event, the pair posted a video on Twitter urging their followers to show support for their movement. In it, JT said, "This is real. We need you there. I know some people are embarrassed to show up, but if you have a small dong, the truth will come out." Usually very quickly.
Life was not good for those dudes that were a little packing a little derringers, shall we say?
Oh yeah, I've heard way too many women tell me stories. And I'm sorry, anyone out there, any woman who thinks men are the perverts, do you think that we don't know how you talk to each other?
Yeah.
We know who the bigger perverts are, and we know who the more shallow sex is. It's obvious to anyone with a pulse. And for men out there who, were born this way, not created this way due to being raised by single parents who force-fed you tons of soy, you have my sympathy. But walking around with signs made out of cardboard boxes, like the kinds that your fleshlight came in.
Damn!
Just saying, this is not the way.
This is the way.
This is the way. Like, it's got to be a gimmick to get more subs.
Yeah.
It just doesn't, it's not even a problem.
Because it sure as shit is not going to get these dudes more I'll tell you that much right now.
Oh, no.
These chicks who came to show support are just flicking through the list in their head. Not going to bang him, not going to bang him, not going to bang him. Oh, too bad, he's kind of cute, but nope. Not going to bang him. He's got enough muscles and he's questionable. I hope he's a cunning linguist. That's the best that you can hope for.
Hey, you gotta make up the point difference with mouth music.
Yeah, and even then, these are probably ex-say positive feministas. So if you do get to play the organ, like a harmonica, you probably wind up getting yourself some throat cancer from the HPV, because it stands for heavily vagine.
Well, they do have the HPV vax now that's supposedly reducing, cancer deaths by 90%.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, of
then
course.
You're still talking about a fraction of how many thousands of different strains of this shit that can potentially be commuted through that Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah. You know what? If you go out with a woman that was liberal with her equipment in college, you're going to get dinged for something.
Herpes-gonorrhea-syphilis. Yeah! Double shot and pills and no cure.
Chad then added, "You can be an ally too. If you don't have a small dong or even a dong, show up because we want to see you there."
I mean, once you show up to something like that and you're on the list, you're going to get called by everybody. You're going to go on the list, useful idiots. Listen, anyone out there who's ever, donated to any charity, right?
Oh, God, yeah. They will never leave you alone after that.
Not only that, but they sell your name to people, other charities, because they know, hey, this guy's a sucker.
I've started blocking them on my phone.
Yeah,
so you get one donation from me.
A year.
I will research after that to make sure that you're legit, if I'm not already researching while I'm on the phone with your dumb ass.
Well, see, I usually do all my donating to charity between November and January, 15th.
Okay.
That's it. After that, I don't do anything. Yeah. Political, nothing.
And they call you, every month.
I get called at, 8 in the morning sometimes. Listen, I'm all for supporting firefighters and police, and, I donated to one fund, and I'm on 15 different lists now, and I can't get off. That didn't sound right.
I can't get off. Hey. But I think you're right. I think these dudes probably put everybody on some kind of an email list who showed up at this thing, hoping that it would be bigger than this, because it was only a few hundred people. Compare that to your average sloot walk.
Slootstitute? Slootstitute flute.
I mean, of course men show up to that, because they know it's going to be an easy time, if you know what I mean.
Well, it's going to be interesting.
It's kind of like the communism that they vote for. Everybody's got a role, right?
Yeah.
But not everybody gets to be a party member.
And if you're not in the party, and they need to, they'll march you to your death or starve you.
Yep, and after you hit the wall, the rest of your life is nothing but bread lines.
For this mouth and the one down below.
Yeah, you can contact our one donator on YouTube, I Sell Cat Litter. He'll help you out.
Stop! Don't touch me there. This is my no-no square. Stop!
The most eye-catching aspect of the march was the hilarious messages held up by both allies and self-proclaimed owners of small dongs. And I'm sure every one of them that night got a pity
Sure.
Yeah, I'm pulling for you, dudes. I'm pulling for you. Not like the kind of pulling that you're doing every day, watching OrnPay Hub, but I'm pulling for you.
Well, if you're married, you become a master debater. You're doing it wrong.
That's true.
a large portion of men, after they've been married for 3 to 5 years, the sex play hits the fucking basement.
Boom! 2 men dressed as hot dogs were pictured holding signs that read, "All dogs are equal," and Jesus had a small dog.
Why do we gotta bring Jesus into this?
I don't know. And how the
How the
Really?
they know?
They wouldn't. People back then were shorter. So yeah, it stands to reason that penis would be smaller, but it would still probably be average in proportion to their body size.
And that's why when you told me, I was kind of shocked, but it just sounds like a gimmick.
And it sounds like what we've been warning men about forever, which is the dangers of behaving and thinking like feminists. Because let's just say, for the sake of argument, that this was not for clicks. Let's say this is the real deal. This is pathetic.
They get all worked up over nothing.
Yep.
Because they have a hive mind.
Mm-hmm. But it's still nowhere near as pathetic as a women's march or a sloot walk, because all of those things are fictional problems.
How dare you?
And the last thing that you need for your fictional problem is more government control. Because I'm going to just ask you a very basic question. Name one thing government has yet to f*** up when they stick their fingers in the pie.
Yeah, there is nothing. They f*** everything up as soon as they get involved.
But I think we can all agree, when it comes to your penis envy, just leave Jesus out of it.
Yeah,
What the hell does that have to do with anything?
They always do that. They always bring in Jesus or Moses or whatever. And that was thousands of years ago, if it ever happened at all.
And it's even funnier when a leftoid does it.
Because they're the first ones to throw religion under the bus.
Another man donning a massive penis costume held an "All Dongs Go to Heaven" placard. All right, I will give you credit for that one. It is a clever play on words.
But there's a few people I would not mind not seeing in heaven.
How you doing, Dina? A fan of Chad and JT vlogged his experience at the march so those who couldn't attend could get a feel for the big day. Phrasing.
Context.
Honestly, it was kind of a short day. A little thick at the base, maybe. But that's about the best you can hope for.
Listen, we're going to rip on everyone, man. No one's safe.
No one's safe.
We even rip on each other.
You come at a chick with what looks like a can of Vienna sausages.
Might get laughed off the stage.
A little bit.
Yeah, these things happen, bro.
How's it going over there with that pickled sausage, Richard? Going by the name Flying Over Trout on YouTube, he described the mood of the event as somber and serious. Because that's what everybody signs up for at a small penis event.
Somber.
Serious.
What is it, a funeral?
I don't know.
I mean, somber is a rule used for, wakes and shit.
They might as well hold a funeral for all their collective sex lives, going out there and basically saying, "Hey, check me out! I'm 2 inches and I'm not even flaccid."
Oh, my God.
Winning, though.
Oh, it was the cold, man.
It was cold.
It was the cold.
Yeah, I just went swimming.
Yeah,
I just got out.
I love that episode. That was hilarious.
Oh my God, I'm really sorry.
I was in the pool!
He also opened up about his past and what had led him to the march. "I used to bully people with small dongs. I was horrible about it, and I'm not proud of that," he explained emotionally.
A lot of people, when they're young and assholes, most will have an epiphany.
Yes.
Where they're like, God, I was a f***ing asshole.
Yeah, we've all been there.
Yeah, I've done that a few times myself.
But I started realizing that people with small dongs were people just like me, too.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were having a state the obvious contest.
I just realized one of my friends was a small donger, so
Oh, my God.
so I decided to change.
Oh, my God. A small donger.
We're totally going to end stigma
Yeah. No more Yankee the Wanky.
by self-sabotaging our already crippled sex lives.
Yeah. No more Yankee the Wanky. The donger need food.
No more Yankee Winky for you. But it still makes more sense overall than any of the feminist marches that you can think of. Because 99.9% of what you hear Western women complaining about are either non-issues, manufactured, money-grifting fairy tales, or things that are 1,000% within their control that they're just flat out too lazy to change, like the body positivity crap. If you honestly think that healthy at any size is a good idea, watch my 600-pound life.
Oh, you're costing me my weight loss surgery and you're ruining everything!
That's not a good way to go either.
No.
Because the heavier you get, it's just natural progression that your body loses strength and muscle mass as you get older.
Yep.
And you will no longer be able to move around and you become a prisoner in your own body. That is like a living f***ing hell.
These people get so bad that they actually have to have someone assist them in the shower, lifting and washing out all their skin folds so they don't get mildew in their own skin flaps and develop infections that can result in amputations and all kinds of other disgusting crap.
And that's a reality.
Yeah.
Your feelings have nothing to do with it.
But aside from working out, restricting or completely eliminating your soy intake or, limiting your beer intake to moderation, there's not really a whole lot men can do about the genetic lottery that they either hit or crap out on between their legs. I mean,
whatever's going to go on with your meat suit once you drop out of the vagina is already programmed in your genetic code.
We're not allowed to talk about that, though, on YouTube anymore, right?
Nope.
Because you can be born in the wrong body. Isn't that hilarious?
That's a total metaphysical argument.
A bunch of people who shit on religion have their own religion. But, unfortunately, you can change your mind, but aside from surgery, you can't really change your penis, so.
That's right.
To the dudes out there who fell for this grift, I'm sorry.
You got a problem. Obviously, you believe anything anyone tells you, and you'll show up even to your own execution.
And you got the double whammy of living in California-stan. That literally is the crazies running the asylum.
It is.
That's California-stan.
Wow.
I just hope y'all didn't step in any human excrement while you were out there marching in your hot dog costumes.
Yeah, they're going nuts with all of this, like mask mandates, vaccinations. And they're like totally ignoring the fact that raw human sewage kills people really f***ing easy, and it's laying about all over their city.
The fact that they had to develop an app to warn people of where larger concentrations of human feces were laying in that area. Yeah, we're totally going to take marching orders from you as a culture.
You gotta have somebody's got to make an app to track human poop.
Awesome.
All right, we're about done because
I think we're done.
We're driving into the sun and the camera's going to overheat.
Any final thoughts? Any final thoughts?
Gentlemen, you have to be careful about any of these movements or crazy shit that you choose to support. Because I can almost guarantee you, if it goes on long enough, it's probably been warped to somebody's greed.
And that's really what all of this marching for this nonsense has in common. You've got people who are weak physically, weak psychologically, and the only way that they can get anything done is to band together and scream at the sky. I don't know what these guys want. I'm sure that what they want at the end of the day is peace leave, but that's not going to happen because in addition to eliminating 85% of men based exclusively on height, women also have a preference for penis size, and that preference eliminates over 90% of certain demographics, like Italians. And that is a spicy meatball to swallow.